Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Luís Dias. I came from Madeira Islands, and I will share with you about what is happening about whale watching in Madeira in the last years. I will be quickly, but I'll be available for any questions during the rest of the conference. So in Madeira, for those who won't know where is Madeira, so we are the other Portuguese archipelago that stays southeast from here, from the Azores. So I'm from a whale watching company. We do whale watching tours, including swimming with dolphins, but we also do other kind of nature activities like bird watching, sailing tours, and canyoning. We do 80% of our activity is whale watching, but is a complementary activity together. So we have clients that do several activities, so it's not just whale watchers. We have about 15 years of activity. We have two type of boats, a sailing boat and a reef boat, and we do two different kind of whale watching with opportunity sightings only, and the other with the guarantee sightings. So daily tours and week tours. So we have clients that stay with several weeks doing these activities. In Madeira, we have about 29 species record, and is 35% of that we can see. We have year-round residents, seasonal residents, regular visitors, transits, rare visits in Madeira. There was a period that was a whaling era, and then slowly became a whale watching industry. Here is just a sample of which species that we can see, and along the year what we can find in Madeira, including seals, turtles, and sharks. Okay, about whale watching, it's a fast-growing industry in Madeira. Madeira is a very touristic island. There's a number over there. We have about 1 million of tourists per year. Of course, there's a lot of other nature activities in Madeira, very famous, but whale watching is becoming fastly one of the famous. In 2007, there was a study that showed that there were about 58,000 tourists per year just doing whale watching. This was in 2007, and now it's much higher number. There was, 2 years ago, 50 companies operating, but some with just 12 persons, others with more than one boat, and sometimes for 200 persons in each boat. Four of these companies offer swimming with the dolphins. Most of them perform daily trips in the south of Madeira Island, with an average of 1.5 encounters with cetaceans per trip, and a mean duration of 25 minutes, and with three boats present in the same time during the observations. There are about 5 most common species that we can observe: bottlenose dolphin, short-fin pilot whale, common dolphin, Atlantic spotted dolphin, and bright whale. Here, and it's what I'd like to tell you more, is like a chronology where we can see where there was a period, there was no regulation or legislation about whale watching. There was a lot of nautical activity, but not dedicated for whale watching. And after the whaling period that ends in 1981, there was Madeira Whale Museum with a research department that started to do a lot of studies about cetaceans, that was served by BUZZ to make the voluntary code of conduct that became out in 2003. Most of the whale watching operators in the time accepted this voluntary code of conduct and respected. But then, of course, with the increasing of whale watching companies that appear, and much more people, tourists that appear interested in whale watching tours, there was a period of 10 years that were currently a lot of scientific studies, and in 2013 became a regulation for the observation of marine vertebrates. So this is a difference between regulation for whale watching, because it includes all the marine vertebrates. That means that regulates also the observation of the pelagic birds and turtles and seals in the case of Madeira. So all of these came with the same regulation. Many of these observations were at the same time, so I think it was a nice improvement to include it in this new regulation. Most of the tours, whale watching tours, occur in the south of Madeira Island. You can see from 3 different harbors. This is transects from the whale watching companies. And this regulation for the observation had a definition of areas of operations. They set up a carrying capacity, definition of approximating areas, number of boats present in different areas, definitions of times, and rules for swimming with dolphins, among other points. This is some of the areas that were defined for operation, and with a limited number of boats that can operate in different areas. Most of them are in southwest, southeast, and south of Madeira, with a maximum of 25 boats for this area, 7 boats in southwest of Madeira, and then in Porto Santo with 4 boats, and exclusion area that is in blue, that nobody can operate in this area. The distance were based in several other guidelines, and this all was based in the voluntary code of conduct that already was accepted by most of the companies that were operating. The times of the observation were set also, and there was a period, and this was a difference, the period of 2 hours after the last boat watching a group. There's a known period of observation of about 2 hours before other boats can approach the same group. Swimming with the dolphins is just allowed for 2 species, with a maximum of 4 persons to hold of the boat, but like I said, there are only 4 companies that do this in Madeira. There was a point put in regulation that has to have a VHF coordination between the boats during the observations with the different companies. But what happened, in generally, this was accepted for all whale watching companies. There were a lot of meetings between the researchers that made the studies, the government, and whale watching operators before the regulation came out. But most of the operators follow the regulation. All that had the voluntary code of conduct have a license and was only immediately passed with a license, and other companies have to ask a license to operate in the definition areas. But there are things that have to be also worked out, especially the number of boats present in the observation area, so until the 50 meters. It's not respected, so it can be only 2 boats and then coordinating by VHF. But in these 2 years since the regulation came out, this not happening. It's something that will be have to be more work with the entity that is now regulating and monitoring and fiscalization the activity, and also with the whale watching operators. So there is a study also in 2007 that showed that 89% of the citation groups during the whale watching observations maintained the same behavior. This is a short time term, but we don't know in long term and with more years what happened. Because of course from 2007 the number of boats present are different, so this means that there have to be more studies, especially scientific studies that were carried out for a long period by the research department of the Whale Museum, and also for the new entity that is responsible for whale watching operation, the Madeira Natural Park. What happened also, and that's something that we can see in several companies, was that this control of the number of type of boats and the platforms operating, the rules of interaction, make the companies more focused for a quality service and passing this message for all the client. And this also provides a value for all that work in this area. And this we can see in several companies, including ours. And something that we also want to do and do with some success is also like this whale watching practical courses with the pelagic trips and lectures given by researchers. So what we do is mix researchers that are involved in cetacean studies with the tourists, and this is something that there's a demand for the people that visiting us. Sorry about the time, but thank you very much for this overview.